If you have not heard the name Seroja yet, you certainly will. Indonesia taking a massive, massive hit as we are tracking a major cyclone that has already taken the lives of over 100 people. And we are beginning to get projections of storms in the Pacific that really, really raise some eyebrows. Here we go. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all and you will get all notifications from this channel. And trust me, you won't be disappointed. That's right, April 6, 2021. Welcome back, everyone. And yes, we are tracking this cyclone, Seroja. This storm is very much trending all over the internet. Current information on Seroja right now is 50 knot winds, 994 millibars in pressure. So that's a decent pressure to have to cause some major issues, especially in areas such as Indonesia and the northern parts of Australia, where there's a lot of islands, a lot of coastline, a lot of areas for flooding, and that is what we are seeing all over the place as we search for information on this storm and individual accounts of what's going on. As we take a look at this storm Seroja already having caused as much havoc as it already has in Indonesia, this storm is only going to get stronger. The only hope, at least for Australia, is that it's going to stay off the coast until the peak winds and the peak strength of this thing kind of calm down. If you look at this chart right here, this area I'm circling with the cursor, and you match this up to the chart, that is where they expect this thing to become its strongest. A Category 4, which would put it at 120 mile an hour sustained winds. Now, we can go ahead and measure this the same way we use our Saffir-Simpson scale for the Atlantic hurricane season. Basically, cyclones, typhoons, and hurricanes are all the same thing, just take place in different parts of the world. One important thing I want you guys to notice right off the bat is our momentum. What direction is this spinning? Clockwise. Why is that? Well, if we jump over to Google Earth, we can answer that question. So take a look at the geography of where this storm is. Seroja is right here. Like we said, it just left the areas of Indonesia, and now it's going to be making its way south along the west coast of Australia. So what do we know about this? Right now, we know it's below the equator. Right now, that's all we need to know, and that is why this storm is spinning clockwise instead of counterclockwise. Anything north of the equator will spin counterclockwise, as our storms do in the Atlantic Ocean and most of the Pacific. Once you get below the equator, these storms now spin clockwise. And again, whether a cyclone, a typhoon, or a hurricane, clockwise or counterclockwise, we are basically dealing with the same thing, just depends on where in the world they take place, and it just so happens that this one's taking place where they are called cyclones. We are going to try to keep this short and sweet, but another important thing I want you to look at is what's coming up on the horizon. This is for the Pacific Ocean, of course. I'm not talking about the Atlantic hurricane season yet, but take a look at this storm and its projected strength. This is not a prediction or anything like that. I'm just showing you the info that is available right now, but take a look at how quickly this storm blows up on the other side of Indonesia. So just for reference, Seroja is right here, and the storm I'm going to be talking about now is projected to form right in this area here over the next 3 days and then explode into a major storm moving north, possibly clipping Taiwan, and then it's anyone's guess as it approaches Japan. But take a look at the massive strength of this storm. Watch the millibars. That is a big way how we measure these storms. For those of you that don't know, we apply the same logic to these numbers in the Pacific as we do in the Atlantic. So the millibars are a very important number, and as you can see here, check this out, we hit 912. That is very, very low. And if we jump over to our Saffir-Simpson scale and measure that number, we can see here 920 is the number required for a Category 5 storm. This is below that, so this is going to be stronger or potentially stronger than a Category 5, 157 mile an hour sustained wind, massive storm that may even make this one that we're covering right now look like a little guy. I want to thank you all again for taking the time to watch the video. Please click that bell, very important to get these notifications, and subscribe if you have not already. Shout out to Canada. I hope you all have a great day, and we'll be back right here tomorrow. Thank you guys, bye-bye.